You ready? I'm Britt,
I'm Chris.
and we're that nerdy couple. Why are you so uncomfortable about this?
Always nerdy.
No. And then we're here with some random conversations, sometimes funny, sometimes coupley.
Always nerdy.
There we go.
Sorry, my always nerdy is very early.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm Britt.
Hi.
I am also tired. There's also a boy who has a lot of feelings today.
we have our guest star, which is Sir Indigo. He is very upset because I did not take him on a WALK. We spell in this house because someone knows words. It's right. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but he's underneath the table and
it can. His nose. It's just his nose.
What you doing? Oh, what a good boy.
You want to lay down, Bubba?
Yeah, it's a hot day today.
Hi.
Actually,
I get a visit too?
Do we date these? Can I date these by talking about current events? Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be like a week or two behind, but
So we're recording this July 5th, day after 4th of July. We're both tired. We both had a very, very people.
I've lost my foot space.
Saw a lot of people yesterday.
Yeah.
Had a lot of conversations.
We were outside.
Outside, I got a little bit of color. Britt got a little bit of color.
Yeah.
But we're just both. I don't even remember falling asleep last night. Like that's how beat I was. I remember saying "love you" and then I just passed.
Yeah. I thought you were snoring at one point, but I don't remember.
According to my watch, I got such deep REM sleep. I was at like 97 because it rates you out of like 1 to 100. So.
I am too afraid to look at that, but.
It's good sometimes. So we both have Samsung like watches. But sometimes it'll give you like if you go in the health app, it'll give you like little tips and stuff on how to like get better sleep. But I normally don't wear like I'll only throw my watch on like when I like go out. Like I'm going on a walk or I said the word. I gotta be careful. But if I'm going on a WALK or working out or like I'm running out to the store. I never really sleep, but I was so tired. I just fell asleep with it. And my watch was like, good job. Good sleep.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They give me tips, I'm sure. But I just need to continue going to therapy and taking my medication for anxiety. Because that's really what keeps me up most of the time. And then sometimes like when I get my shots for my foot.
Yeah.
The like insomnia is a side effect. So.
Yeah.
Fun.
But yeah, it was a good, happy belated 4th of July to those who celebrate 4th of July.
Ugh, America.
I agree with you, but there are some people out there who celebrate it, and it's not just an America Day. It's a day to spend with family and stuff and everything. So if you celebrate it for that reason, happy 4th of July.
Straight people.
Don't be so aggro.
I can't help
inclusive.
it. I'm crampy.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, we're recording this the day after, and I went on a 2-mile walk, so I'm all sweaty and gross right now. I don't know what this pose is, but I'm just...
I don't know. You do, I guess.
I'm stretching a lot. My back is just like...
Mine is too. And I wonder... I think it's the chairs that we were sitting in, honestly. I was not comfortable in those chairs, because like they're so like there was like a dip.
Yeah.
You go like back, and I'm like,
my parents have those same exact chairs at their old house. At their old house, those like hang by the pool, and I felt so bad because they had a pool, and we both brought bathing suits, and we just sat there the whole time talking.
And then every time I would be like, oh, I want to go in the pool soon. We get into a conversation, or like I didn't want to go in when they were playing games with the kids, and then because like I didn't want to have to sit there and explain to them why I was not up for doing like activities.
Right.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't care.
Right.
But like, it's an older crowd, and like they're they're pretty open. But like,
I also felt bad because we could have taken the boy, but there was just a lack of communication because
there's a miscommunication.
Yeah. Indy is he's a good boy with other people. It's just I get anxious with him around children, and it's not that he's bad with children. It's just he gets excited and doesn't know what a child is, and that I gotta be gentle with the child, and he doesn't
know gentle very well.
Yeah, he just has one go setting, and it's just indigo. That's it. It's just I go. It's at my pace, my play level. I don't care. He does the same thing with poor Luca. Poor Luca, old man Luca, and Luca's just getting swarmed and circled and attacked, and he's just like, I just want to vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is episode 2.
I just finished editing and rendered episode 1.
I saw the thumbnail.
And I made a thumbnail.
Looks very
I made
good.
a thumbnail, hated it, and then I redid it. So the one you see is the done version. Because I was kind of doing what I normally do, and I was like, kind of wanted to see what other people were doing that were successful, that were doing a couple things. And then there's like one group that or channel that does like they isolate. They isolate like themselves and do like the outline.
Okay.
But then the background was like a gradient. Of colors, like a solid gradient. And I was like, I tried it, didn't like it. And then I was like, I don't even remember now what it looked like at this point. Was it like blurred and then color gradient in the back?
Okay, yeah, you did like the DSLR like blur in the background, which I do I do like that.
Yes.
That is a nice aesthetic. So
yeah. And then I saw like one there's a couple that does, I found them on TikTok a lot. And I don't know I don't know if I agree with everything they're saying, but I agree with some things that they say. So like I do follow them there, but then I know that they post on YouTube. And I was looking at their thumbnails because they do like separate like we do.
Yeah.
And they just like fade their camera shots together.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I kind of started to do that. I was like, that's not really what I want either.
I caught a little bit of what you were doing with like the divider. I don't know if you kept
that.
that.
Yeah, for the video. Yeah,
I did like that. So
yeah. I think there was one, I was looking up like templates of like, not templates, but just like what other people did for like duo podcasts. And so, I mean, people will see this when we do videos.
Yeah.
But basically, to explain it to you because you haven't seen it yet,
I have not. I'm excited.
There's the line in the middle for when we're both in the shot, and then I do have certain points, like if one of us is talking a lot for a long time, I switch to like full screen that person.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
I've been seeing a lot of like couple stuff. What's that? There's that one couple group that I think you had me raid that one time. And
Couplecade?
Yeah. Shout out to them, by the way. They're great. Very wholesome couple channel. And I really like what they do because they both stream together. And I would love to do that with you at some point in the future, where we have like a channel where it's just like us, and like their setup's cool because they have like one camera on like the bottom left, another camera on the top right, and then they have like their corresponding gameplays like next to them. And you can see both their gameplays as they both stream together and everything, and it's like really, really cool. It's very unique.
How would we do that? Could we do that with separate computers?
Yeah, so I think the easiest way that I could think of is that what you do is you would have one person have the stream set up, and then the other person has OBS, and then would then send their gameplay and their webcam over NDI. And if anybody doesn't know what NDI is, I don't remember what the name is, but basically it's a way to send stuff over, like your video or audio or gameplay over the internet in your house. It's really cool. That's actually how I used to do my 2 PC setup.
Oh,
I used to have it where I would have my stuff sent from my game computer to the stream PC, and then the stream PC just like then would then
does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, but then I went full like hardware with like a capture card and stuff like that. Which is that's another thing we could do. We could just have like a like a HDMI or cable running, but honestly NDI would be the easiest with like the setup we have right now. It's really cool. If you haven't checked out NDI, check out NDI. It's definitely like the future for a lot of like wireless like sharing and stuff like that, especially for streaming.
Because they do it because they're in the same room, so theirs is easier.
Yeah, so what they probably do is they probably have one computer that does this. They either have one computer that's the stream computer and they have 2 separate PCs, or one of them has the computer that does the streaming, and then the other person's stuff gets sent over like a capture card or something. So I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen some crazy setups with like NDI where you can have like multiple different camera angles sent over the internet and stuff, and
Mm,
and it's gotten better. Like especially from when
yeah.
I used to use it, it was very basic. Now you can do like multiple cameras, and you can do it all over OBS from one OBS to another OBS. It's really really cool.
Hmm.
I love learning about this kind of stuff. It's
I
great.
was looking at speaking of our gaming stuff, because I was looking at our YouTube channel
Mm.
because I wanted to go on and figure out the YouTube podcast thing, which I have now figured out.
Oh, okay.
Very easy.
Is there like a tag that you have to like put it as, or
No, there's like a which I never noticed it before, and you probably haven't either because we're not looking for
right?
it. But when you go to like um content on your channel, or even just like it's the content, there's a tab for podcasts,
Oh,
and you
that's
go and
nice.
make like you essentially like make a brand, like a sub brand basically
Okay.
onto your YouTube channel, and then you can up specifically assign
Oh,
videos
that's
to
so
that.
cool.
Or you could do it like, you know how at the top right you do like to click and upload.
Yeah.
There's now an option. There should be at least to create a podcast
Oh,
there.
okay.
And then sometimes like if you have like a playlist, sometimes you will automatically label it podcast.
That's cool.
But I was looking at our stuff and there was some stuff, old episodes up there.
Did you delete those into the abyss?
I didn't delete. I made private except for the one that talks about us moving.
Oh yeah, that was big.
Because that was a big one and that one felt important. So that's there.
Yeah.
It's not numbered or anything, but it's there. And then
Yeah, that was a big
we have
moment for us.
I already had unlisted all the gaming stuff that was on there because we were making a second channel
Right.
for gaming content, which we do still have that second channel. It exists.
Did we want to still do that, or
I don't know. Because
we can add?
I like doing gaming with you. I don't know. Like I want to do it, but I'm also like I'm trying to take on the policy for everything I do now.
Okay.
With content specifically. Like of not doing everything. Of doing one thing and doing it well.
I get
in terms
that.
of like platforms.
Right.
So like for my gaming stuff, like I'm doing streaming right now, but like my content's coming back to YouTube soon once the season starts.
Right.
And then socially, like I'm basically just doing like TikTok and YouTube and that's it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I want to do the gaming. I'm thinking about like the technical side of it and then also the editing. So we'll talk business.
Okay.
I would like to do it. I also would thinking about what if we hired an editor for that.
We could talk that. We could talk.
Which we could talk. And by that I mean because so news for everyone because the segues right into the news that I wanted to talk about. I have a new job, a second job, maybe a third at this point. I don't know.
Tiny clapping. I don't know if it's picking up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yay!
Yeah. Look at you. My feet are sweating from him on it.
Oh, is he on your feet?
He's on both of my feet.
I got his little footsies.
But so I have a new job, which is more income, and I was doing math. I still haven't been offered like the full like specific number of my rate, but like I know I have a range. I don't know what specifically they're offering me. But with that, I did the math of my bills. Like I have a good amount of excess money, most of which is going to go for savings, obviously.
Right.
But there is excess money that like is for me to use with whatever I need.
Right.
And if we find that an editor is reasonable, I wouldn't mind doing that because I don't like editing. I am good at it, but I don't like doing it. It's not because like I personally don't find it hard. I find it simple to do. It's just the act of sitting there for so long.
Yeah, it's very just so everybody knows. So like I edit my own stuff. Britt edits her own stuff. I have been kind of using any spare time, especially like on my lunch breaks and like right after work before dinner and stuff like that to edit, but like it takes such a long time. And even even if you've never edited before, you can do it. It's just
Mhm.
you got to put the time, and the only way that you get better at it is if you
By doing it.
you do it.
Yeah.
But it's still, even like someone who is, I consider myself someone who's like basic to maybe getting into intermediate like editing. It still takes forever. Like
Yeah.
you need to put some time aside just to like sit down and like, learn like, how to do keyframes. That was my big hurdle that I had to overcome, because I would come
Once
to
you
you.
do, it's really affects
It
everything.
literally, all a keyframe is like, hey, here's a marker where I want this thing to happen up until this point.
Mhm.
That's essentially what a keyframe is. But like, it gets confusing because like if you don't keyframe it the right way with the right settings, then it looks weird, and then you have to like redo the whole, like it's ugh, so aggravating. Um
You can also edit keyframes.
oh yeah, I know, but
Okay,
I just get frustrated, so then I just start from scratch. Like if it's not like what I pictured it.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Um
I don't mind editing my Alvarium stuff because it's fun for me because I have a whole process with it where like the season 4 for me was uh, I'm not going to say this was fully planned out like the whole time, but like after a certain point when we had enough information to figure out the storyline,
mm,
I had every episode planned out. Like I had an outline and said I want for my like I need this scene to
yeah.
happen and then this scene. Debating if it's getting picked up. That noise that just happened.
I think we're okay.
I hope so. I just have PTSD of living in the South and recording. Um, but
So you have everything like outlined.
yes,
Which
and
is smart.
so yeah, like, and it's not like in depth. Like it's just like a bullet point list of this, and this.
Yeah.
And like be like as I'm recording, I'll be like, oh, I want B-roll of this footage or whatever.
Right.
And
That's a smart way to do it, by the way, guys. Very, very smart.
yeah, and like I've tried doing like plans for like regular series videos that don't have a plot line, and really it's just like it ends up being more of like I record and then I write down, okay, this and this happened for me later down the line when I do the description, so I don't have to watch my video again.
Ooh, there's something I wanted to tell you. It's gonna make recording
With OBS.
Yeah.
You might have already told me,
Is
but
it-
we'll get
Yeah,
there.
you go for it. Yeah,
My
that just reminded me.
ADHD is intense today.
No, same.
So what was the point of all this? Oh, so I like editing that
Yeah.
Alvarium stuff because I know what's going on. I'm creating a story each episode.
Yeah, you're
like
storyboarding and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's different than like a podcast where it's like, okay, I gotta listen to the whole thing, and like same thing with like even regular videos. It's why it was why I didn't really enjoy doing like regular my YouTube general channel. Although I would like to do that again eventually.
Yeah.
I just don't have the capacity, and like it's not like a great place to be mentally for me.
Yeah.
So
For me, when it comes to editing, I take the Game Grumps approach, which they're very idolized in my brain, but it's just one take, minimal edits. If you ever watch a Game Grumps episode, it's rare once they say like, okay, we'll be right back, and they literally do like a skip to like whatever. I try that approach, and I personally, if you check out any of my YouTube stuff, it's all like demo reviews, which I love doing the demo reviews. And it's so weird how I got there. It was just a random thing that I tried, and I was like, oh, people like this, so I'm gonna do more of these. And I also do like doing like single player stuff, like Let's Plays, and then my glog, as I call it.
I love that. I love it.
I got it from Markiplier, so I don't know. I just liked the idea of just like doing like a stream of conscious thing where like you just talk about life and things that are going on or topics and stuff as you play a game. He did it with Power Wash. I've been doing it with Hard Space Shipbreaker. Power Wash is on the roster for when I'm done with Hard Space. Eventually, I'm gonna get sick of Hard Space and be like, I need something else. But I have like a list. I call them my glog games folder, and I just keep, as soon as I'm like, this could be a new glog game, let me throw it in there. But my whole thing is one take and done. And also, as Britt learned from my recording format, I have it where I can like separate my camera and everything, which is nice to like move the camera around and stuff. So that's the approach that I take. Just one take and done, so that way it's minimal effort and edits. Like you've seen me try to do like those quick edits where I cut out like bits, and it's just I'm so bad at it because I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense, and then you look at it and you're like, whoa, that's like too many like cuts, and I'm like, what do you mean? I see people do this all the time. And you're like, no. They did it this way. You did it this way. And I'm like, okay.
Well, I don't know because you're not the first person to say that to me. So I don't know if it's that, like, where it comes from. I think it comes from being a background of writing, where you are literally trained in like a format of a video is a lot like a story.
Yeah.
Where you have a beginning and an end. And maybe it's just the way that I think about videos. And it's like, okay, like I know that I always have to ask myself, is this relevant? If I take this out,
Right.
will it affect the video? No? Then it's out.
All right, yeah.
And there's stuff that like I don't that I like, that I find funny, but it's like I don't want to keep it in the video. And you know what I do? I make that a social post.
That's smart. That's honestly smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but speaking of OBS, so
Yes.
OBS, for anyone that doesn't know, that's the software that a lot of us PC peeps use for recording. There are other ones out there. But OBS has these things called plugins, which you can use to like enhance your experience or do specific things and stuff like that. Just giving context in case anybody doesn't
I'm
know.
just stretching my neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just had to stretch my neck.
I don't know if I'm nerd splaining enough for mansplain or something, but
No.
I'm just explaining because I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, what's OBS? But anyway, this wonderful guy, shout out to Andy Lippy. He is a plugin creator. Like he's like a streamer help plugin creator type person on YouTube. He just came out with a plugin, especially for an update that's coming out for OBS, that you can now bake in your chapters and put markers in your video. And then when you put it into Adobe or DaVinci, it'll show where those markers are. So like if you had like, I don't know, the dog's barking, you can just press a button, it'll make a marker. And then that way, when you pull up your feed on your video editor, it'll have the marker right there on the video as you're editing. So now you don't need to like write on the side in like a little notepad. You could just like press a button and then just have it pop up on the video, which I thought was cool. Yeah. And you can create like a generic like title like for what it's going to be and everything. Like obviously you would have to go to that part, be like, why did I create a marker here? Oh yeah, there was a loud noise.
Well, yeah, because you can name markers.
Yeah.
But
I love that. I think that's great.
I'm trying to think the instances that would be beneficial to me. And I'm not sure because I don't just record. Like with my gaming stuff, like I record the scene that I need and then I stop recording. Or if like I'm doing like if it's not like the Elvarium stuff, like I record, I do a thing, and then I know like, okay, this is gonna take me a while, so I'm gonna stop recording because there are people like there are a lot of YouTubers that like gaming ones that I watch and they've talked about this, and what they do is like Smallish Beans. What he does is he records his thing, he builds his thing, does his time lapse, he stops recording, he edits the time lapse, he edits. Like there are people that will like do the recording and then that same day edit it,
right,
and then save it until like, and if the episode's not done, they just like add to it, and I'm like, I don't know if, like I see the benefits of it, but I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. I would say if you're somebody who isn't doing it, this could be useful because you could go in and like put a marker where you're going to do a time lapse. You could use it when like, the dogs were barking. You can mark it like, okay, I'm going to have to go back and cut this bit out because there's just all this noise on my microphone. You can do it as a placeholder where you wanted to put like an image and you're just like, oh, how am I going to remember? I'll have to like listen for it. You can just press the marker
That makes
button.
sense. Like for our podcast, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because he's dreaming, so he's like making whining noises.
Yeah. Indy is very much, he is a sleep talker, as I like to call it. He will, yeah. It's I don't know if the mics can pick it up, but he just sounds like
he's very quiet.
He's such a cute boy. I always wonder what he's dreaming about or dogs dream about.
God, I would love to know.
I would really love to know. But yeah, so I think like in your case that could be really, really useful. Like,
for the podcast it would be useful.
Yeah. But we would have to use OBS, which we don't right now. We use my audio interface, but I don't know. I think it's a cool thing, and I love that OBS is adding more of these things.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Andy is making like the whole UI bit for it with a plugin that you can then install, and it's like super easy to set up. But it's only going to be for the new version that's coming out that you can bake it into the video. Right now, I forget what it can do something right now, but you have to wait for the new version that's in beta right now. But it'll be coming out soon. But I probably will use it so that way.
I think you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like I said, I just record. I'm done.
Well, that's why,
Yeah.
like,
ooh, I thought of another good use for you. You like making social posts out of it. You could use the markers to be like, okay, well, I want to make a social post out of that moment that just happened.
yeah, except for the fact that, like, when I'm editing, I think that, and then all I do is I take that and I make a subsequence, and then I just put it in my little folder that I have organized.
Oh yeah, no.
For social,
I'm
like,
just saying as like I would say not
because
necessarily.
I'm not thinking social when I'm recording. I'm recording and I'm present.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, I think social when I'm editing.
Yeah. I would just think of it at, like, for me in use case in that scenario, I'd be like, okay, that was really funny. I want to make a social post out of it, and then I would just hit the button. And then that way, when I go back later, I can scroll through like, why did I make that? Oh yeah, that was a really funny moment. I thought social post, and then I can then just do that. So.
I think it'll help you with your editing flow better because you just go and record instead of like
I've gotten so much
stopping.
better at my editing flow. Well, like,
yeah, you have, but I mean, it could be even faster
Yeah.
if you like hit stop on recording. You'd have less footage to go through.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I just finished doing a recording for, and I just remind me later. I want to upload the videos tonight because the internet gets funky when I upload stuff here for some reason. I don't know.
Overnight, not
Yeah. Oh yeah, overnight. No, overnight. For some reason, and anybody out there that knows the answer to this, hit us up. For some reason, whenever I upload stuff to YouTube, our internet just tanks.
I think it also is when I do, but I don't upload as much as you do.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I just edited like 23 videos.
Also, I upload shorter than you do.
Oh yeah. I try to keep my videos from anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes max. 40 is like if like something was awesome happening and stuff like that, and I'll go in and I'll cut down a little bit on those videos. But I just got done doing Still Wakes the Deep, which was phenomenal. Really, really great game, and I'm excited for the series to go up on YouTube. So I decided I'm gonna put that up next before I do Kona. So. Well, it's always there.
No, I know. It's just I recognize like I have only so much time and energy.
Only so much bandwidth.
Yeah. And so that's why I switched to streaming for like this intermission season of Alvarium.
Yeah.
Also because like I knew how much it's gonna take out of me doing like prepping for the next season.
Yeah.
Which I have so much to do. I just have a lot to do this weekend. I'm just like
she's a busy gal.
I just didn't get to do most of it. Like I had a list of to do, and then I highlighted like 4 things that I was like, I need to get this done this week. And like one of them was edit our podcast. Like another one was like an ad for Alvarium, which I got those done. But the other 2 I have not.
I get it.
To. But it's because like this week was just I had doctor's appointments, and then I had so much going on that like took so much out of me that like when I was done I was like I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Like today I planned on, and I might do it a little bit later. I planned on doing some like the work that I have due in the beginning of the week next week, and I was like, I can't do it. I don't have it in me. Like it's ads, and it's simple. They're simple things.
Right.
It's just it's things that are requiring me to like process a lot of information and then regurgitate it in a nice fun way.
Yeah.
And I just don't have that in me right now.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, especially today, I'm like so out of it. Like how long did I lay in bed? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on a walk. And I just laid there and I was just like,
here's the thing with you. If you weren't in the bed, you would be sitting here on the computer playing a game and then get distracted. And then I'd walk by and be like, weren't you going on a walk? And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that soon.
Yeah. God, freaking Steam Summer Sale. I swear. I was like, I'm not going to get anything. And meanwhile, I picked up a few things. Oh, remind me. I got to return the Power Wash. Yeah. Or maybe I keep it. No, I'm going to return it. We'll see. If I end up like it, because I've never played. Well, no, I played Power Wash Simulator
like
once.
You played it a couple times because you did it with Fed.
Fed, yeah. I bought Britt the Alice in Wonderland DLC, but I accidentally bought because I was so tired. I bought it for myself, and I was like, wait a minute. Like it popped up like, hey, an update started for Power Wash Simulator because it's on my computer. I was like, wait, why does it update? I'm like,
well, because they changed how you like gift things now.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I
It's
like
easier,
it, but like it's just I got so used to the old way and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've picked up a few things for the Steam Summer Sale.
I would if I could.
What did I get? I got Mullet Mad Jack, which I did a demo review for, and found out that there's Twitch integration. I picked up Crow Country, which I'm excited to play that. Beyond Good and Evil, but that wasn't on sale. That was $20, and I've heard great things about that game. I've never played it, so I feel like there was something else that I picked up. I don't remember. I found a few good sales. There like there was the Miles Morales game was on sale.
Oh yeah.
God of War was on sale. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I got those mostly for the Steam Deck because we have a new thing where we play. It's a lot of Sony games are just really good on the Steam Deck because
yeah,
Sony cares, I guess, for Linux. But
yeah. So this new job.
Yeah, this new job. You want to talk about it?
Yes, I'm just deciding. Like, there really is no way for me to explain what it is without giving away what like the name because it's like such a specific thing that they do. So, it's called Choose New Jersey. They are a non-profit organization that is all about economic development in New Jersey.
Okay.
So basically, what they do is they work with companies like Netflix and Samsung and like big corporations, and they help them open up either headquarters or just like new locations in New Jersey, and they help them with like site, tours. Like they connect them with realty people. They connect them with like, what am I trying to say? I don't know. Like just important people that like could help them and convince them to make business happen here in Jersey and create new jobs. And then they also do PR for like ribbon cutting kind of things or whatever. So I'm doing the social media for them.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's awesome.
It's part-time, but basically like I'm helping them come up with a strategy for content on social media, writing the content, making the content. And it's also like this organization is politically as agnostic is the right way to say it, which means the industry sectors that they focus on is dependent on who's governor.
Right.
And so they work a lot with like the governor's office to do meet and greet kind of things with businesses.
Which I had no idea there was like a role for this or like a job or organization.
Like an organization, yeah.
I had no idea.
So I've heard of them before, and like I've seen them at like events and stuff for business, but I never really knew what they were. And then I remember my recruiter like brought up, like sent me the email originally, and I was like, "Would you be interested in this?" And she sent me the website link, and I was like, "Yeah, sure," because I just need work. But then once I started, like they wanted to interview me, I was like, okay, time to actually do the research and stuff. And so then I realized I went on their page and was looking there and I was like, oh, like they're important.
Yeah.
Like they work with big companies.
Yeah. Like that Netflix deal is like
they're the
huge
yes.
for
So
Jersey, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, in Jersey, there was an old Fort Monmouth, and it spans like 4 or 5 different towns. It's massive.
Huge.
And the Department of Defense that was there is now down in, I think, Maryland or Delaware. I think
so basically they closed down the fort.
They moved.
And they moved. So there's this big space. Like, I mean, a lot of the fort buildings are still there. Like there's like barbed wire fence that's still up and everything. But it's this huge area of land.
Yeah, and so like it's segmented up now. So like there are like townhouses there and like a whole development for people to live there. there's Section 8 housing there. There's
Yeah, they're starting to like do stuff.
I mean,
with
there's
the
like a
land.
gym, like there's a whole thing that's going on in there. And so they had a lot of this. I mean, it's big. So the company Choose New Jersey was part of the group. Like I'm sure this was a big effort.
Yeah.
But they helped facilitate Netflix going there and coming there. And so they're working on that now. Like
it's gonna bring a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs, which is what Jersey really needs right now, because
everywhere needs it.
Everywhere needs it, yeah.
And they have like, I didn't know this until I was doing the research. Like they have offices out. They just opened an office in, where was it, Thailand or Taiwan? Yeah, one of those. I think it was Thailand. They just opened an office there. They have like an Eastern European office. They have an office out in California. Like they have
physical offices.
They have a lot of like more like you would think, oh, they're just like a nonprofit that's like in Jersey only, but it's like they're they're multiple locations and stuff. So I'm one of like I think 3 people that does marketing.
Nice.
And I mean, I was on the interview and like it was like a 40-minute interview, and then it went really well. I felt I was trying not to jinx it or like get my hopes up because it's happened before and then it didn't work out.
Right.
And then like I asked them, what the next steps were, and they're like, oh, we'll send you a writing assessment. Well, she slipped, so she said you'll be sent a writing assessment, and then she kind of backtracked a little bit because I think she was supposed to be very neutral and be like, well, we're gonna send the candidates that we like, that we would like to see more from a writing assessment. She said that afterwards. I'm like, okay, so like I'm gonna get a writing assessment.
Right.
And then from there they're gonna decide who to offer it to. And I won. They offered it to me.
You won the battle royale. She got the dub.
Which like that writing assessment, I always get nervous. I have like a complex about that stuff because like I have a comma issue. And I've always had this, and I've been trying to learn to be better about commas. I used to overdo the commas. And then Mac, who's like one of my really good friends who does editing for me, she was like, you gotta chill with these commas. You're doing too much. And then so I did less, and then so I'm trying to find that happy medium.
Right.
So basically this assessment was you copy edit this blog post they had. And you can like pretty much do whatever. Like you can move things around if you felt like it would move around better.
Right.
And one of the people that I'd be working with, she has a background in journalism, so I was like, she'll know more. And then I realized I should have asked the question like what style they use.
Right.
Most people use AP business wise. So I was like, I'll just go with that and hope for the best. And then there was like write for social posts. So then that part I was like,
oh, you're on that though. Like you're great at social posts.
Here's the thing. I fake it till I make it. I have this complex with social media, which I don't know if it's just this is something I probably should talk about in therapy, but it's like I think I can do well on social, and people say, "Oh, like you did like that's such a good post, blah, blah, blah," and then it doesn't do well, and I'm like, is it me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like,
no, I get that. It's like the self-doubt,
Yes, I have a lot of that.
Imposter
and
syndrome.
100%. So I was like a little worried to spend enough time on that, and I sent it in that night. And then, was it the next day? It was one day. I interviewed Monday?
Monday.
And then I think Wednesday, I got the email saying they want to offer me the position. Yeah. And I don't have anything new information wise yet.
You got a few little deets yesterday, but
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah. Oh yeah.
No, but I didn't really get that many. They said, okay, we'll let you know. We'll talk Friday because of the holiday. Right. But then they emailed me today and said we'll have more information on Monday because
who
they go off.
Yeah,
half day.
Yeah, I don't know how it aligned, but freaking 4th of July was on a Wednesday. Thursday. Who's gonna go in and work the next day?
On a Friday.
On a Friday? Yeah. On a Friday in the summer, the day after 4th of July. I don't know why. I even said it to Britt. I was like, "What job is open?" I mean, I know a lot of places that are open, but
Retail.
yeah, retail will definitely be open. But a lot of like corporate gigs, like, there's no reason, you know? So dumb.
Yeah, I think what happened with Robert Half was that they probably like said like we'll be open on Friday, but then
Too many
that
people are
this
off.
morning, no, this morning they probably were like, oh, like you'll get off early because they. So I don't know.
I hate when
Which
companies do that. Like, why bought like, especially if you have to like drive in and everything, only to find out like, oh, I'm getting out early. Just let people know in advance. Be like, hey, you know what? We decided we're gonna give everybody off on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That just bothers me. No, congratulations, baby. I know you're. She's very excited, guys. So please put tiny little claps in the comments.
So well, I have been very stressed about money because it's summertime and like my other job is dependent on people being in office and wanting things done.
Right.
And it's summer, so like not a lot of things are happening. And I'm in projects that are just taking a while to get through.
Yeah.
And so, money's hard.
I feel you on it. I mean, my stuff that's kind of going on right now, like my job.
Yeah, but you've improved though. Well, with your job.
Yeah, with my job. Yeah. For me, quick little thing. So my job, I don't really tell people what company I work for. But basically we work with schools, and it's the summer, so schools are out. But we just had a big merger, and we have more bodies on the team, which means less work for us, which is less money because I do have salary plus commission. So I felt it this past paycheck. And there's been quite a few things that I haven't been too crazy about with what's happening with my 9 to 5. So I've started the process of just looking around. I'm not jumping ship just yet. I'm looking around. I might have applied for one thing or two just to kind of see. Yeah, I feel you on that, especially the summertime. Summer's rough for a lot of places. So
yeah.
But I knew that going into this. I've been doing it for 5 years. I know that the summertime's rough.
Yeah.
But with all the changes and everything, it's
Yeah, it's almost like I kind of wish they waited until after the summer to do that move.
Yeah. It would have been nice, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I'm there. I'm working. I'm doing my best. But I don't know. I'm looking to like further my career. I would love to do content creation full time. That would be my like optimum.
Yeah.
But it's just it will not pay the bills that I have.
Not in this economy right now.
On this economy. Maybe if I didn't have my credit cards and loan, I would.
Well, also like wedding and like there's like financial goals that we have.
Yeah.
So at least for right now.
Yeah.
But there's stuff that like I want to do. I just need to force myself to sit down and like schedule time to do it. Like I want to go back to like fiction writing because I loved like it's my degree, it's what I love doing.
Right.
And like the web series, I want to redo a web series that I have done. One day I would love to do produce like another web series. I have written out an entire first season, but I couldn't do it because COVID.
Right.
So like there's things that I want to do. I just need to like sit down and schedule time to do those things.
If you need an actor in the web series or a role.
Well, yeah. So I will. Well, not for Deadstream. That's already like I basically just need to go back to the original script. Probably like proofread a little bit. Most of it, the changes are editing wise because back when I first published it, TikTok was a limited like 1 minute basically. And
now you can do what is
actually
minutes?
It was only 30 seconds, wasn't it, back then?
I think it started off at 30 seconds and then they made it up to a minute.
And then they made it longer and now you can go up to 10 minutes or
was
whatever.
It 10 minutes? I thought it was like 30 or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
It could have gotten bigger. I don't know. You can do long form video now, which would benefit because I had to cut and I wrote it for TikTok, so it's not like these episodes are super long, but like they're about a minute long max. And so it's like now I can actually include all these things that I had, and then there's like different formatting wise, like how I recorded it, I would change.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Speaking of like 60-second, did you hear that Twitch is doing that for their
Yes.
stories?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to do minute
Well,
stories.
they start small to make sure that the platform can handle it.
Yeah,
and people are interested
it's weird because I honestly, I mean,
in
maybe
it. You
it's
don't
just
use it how other people use
yeah.
it.
Well, if for anyone that doesn't know, it's kind of like Instagram with like the stories where you like can basically post like a picture. You can share your clips as well. The way I use it is that I've been getting better with it where I'll do like little sneak peek behind the scenes with just my subscribers. So like I don't know, I was like took Indy for a walk. And I took like a picture of him and it was like, check how cute Indy is. But I usually use it mainly because and you can vouch for this too. Twitch is horrible with their notification system. I don't know why, but I think it's just it's a bug that they still haven't figured out. But I can't tell you how many times I'll go live and somebody's like, "Huh, I never got the notification that you went live." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "That's weird." But if you do post a story while you're live, it somehow sends out like a soft push notification. And then when you click into it, it then says, "Oh, well, Chris is live." So I use it that way.
They don't notify us.
Then,
I don't think I've ever gotten a notification about you.
well, you have to be in the Twitch app, I think, or have it open.
Then what's the fuck? Anyway.
They might have changed it, but like I remember, like I was like
the only time I get notifications are if someone's posted a story for the first time or for like the first time in a while. I don't get it like when you share exclusive content.
Yeah, I think you have to have Twitch app open or like be in it, and then you'll get like a notification like, "Hey, Chris X Chad just shared a story," and then you can then click into it. But if your app is like completely closed, you don't get anything. But I do that because I mean I feel like a lot of like my audience they're on Twitch watching stuff. Usually, I could be wrong. I don't know, but anyway, I'm trying to get better using it just instead of just a tool as like a way of like connecting and showing like the behind scenes stuff. So I'm getting better with that. I'm working on that. But you know, they're going to add video to that so you can edit something out for YouTube Short and for TikTok and then also share it on the Twitch app. So that's cool. Anyway, so web series. What's my role going to be?
I don't know.
Can I just make like ghost noises?
No, I'm pretty sure the one that I have written, you have a role in. I just don't remember any of the names right now. At all.
Random bald guy 9?
No.
Oh.
I think you were a love interest. And I think you were Hufflepuff. Probably.
Probably. That makes sense. I am a Hufflepuff.
But
according to my Pottermore.
You're a Hufflepuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think my Patronus was like some sort of stag. It was one of the stags. I think.
I've gotten a cat, but I've also gotten a bat.
I got a badger. So. I've gotten a badger and a stag.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like that piece is just like, whatever. But it's like, what house am I a part of?
I just don't trust. I don't like that test. Like there are other ones online that you could take that are probably I feel more accurate.
For the house?
Patronus.
Of the Patronus. Okay.
Yeah. Well, also the house one is also very. I don't know. I've had better, but then again, I've also always gotten Ravenclaw. So.
Yeah, I think I got Hufflepuff the 3 times that I've taken it.
I
think one time I almost got Gryffindor, or I did get Gryffindor. I want to say
no, like almost. Like you either get it or you don't.
I don't remember. It's been forever.
Yeah, but fiction wise, like I really want to work on some novel and publish it. I just like I need time to sit and force myself to focus. Like I used to do streams like Twitch where I'd write. I don't know if I would write something original though. Like when I go and write fanfic, like that's I can't make money off that.
Right.
So I don't care. I had someone ask once, like, are you worried about like someone stealing your thing for like while I'm streaming? And I'm like, well, I'm writing fanfic, so no, because it's not like they're gonna be making money.
Right.
And I can't make money. So
like, unless they try to publish fanfic, like
Well, you can't publish fanfic
Okay, I did not know
with
that.
its original. If it's a copywritten thing that makes it fanfic, then no, you can't.
Okay.
You will get sued up the wazoo.
Okay.
But if it's like you change, if you make it an original thing,
What if it's like a story based off of?
You mean like Twilight or I'm pretty sure Maze Runners was a fanfic.
I liked
50 Shades of Grey was a fanfic.
Maze Runner.
A lot of things that you think
Are original.
that are YA that are like original probably are fanfic. But like yeah, see they changed. You know, Twilight was Harry Potter. It's different.
Can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Can't
And
unsee
then
it.
50 Shades of Grey was Twilight fanfic. The more you know.
The more you know. Straight from a writer.
Yep. I want to write.
Hi.
That's your foot.
That is my foot.
I have very limited space because there's a dog going diagonally.
I think he's still asleep. Is he asleep? His face is like back.
Yeah, he is asleep. Yeah,
asleep.
He's spread out more.
It's a perfect day for it.
Yeah.
Perfect day for that.
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, looking around, job window shopping. Otherwise work's been okay, just slow. Family is good. I do have a procedure that's coming up that I'm nervous about. For anyone, for anyone that doesn't know, I have been having this like weird neck thing. Some people say it's GERD. Some people say like it could be in my head. At this point, I don't think it is because
I think it's anxiety.
I think it's partly stress, anxiety. It could be other things that I hope it's not anything serious. But basically, it feels like there's like like you ate like a big handful of dry pretzels and it's just stuck in your throat. And knock on wood, it's better, but it came back with a vengeance. It went away for like 2 weeks and then it came back. So I'm going in for an endoscopy. Endoscopy.
I have no idea.
I think that's it. Basically, they're shoving a camera down my throat. So I go in for that in about a week. So I got that coming up. So just keep me in your thoughts. Hopefully it comes back negative, or if it does come back that there's something, hopefully they're just like, oh yeah, it's GERD, just start taking this medication, whatever. But I'm not in pain. It's more discomfort. It's like if you had like a bad sensation that just won't go away and you get so stressed out you're like, I just want to go to sleep so I can just wake up and feel better. That's honestly how it feels sometimes. So
I have that every day.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, it gets better and it feels better. I just dropped my bracelet.
We'll have to leave it there. You can't get it.
I got it. But yeah, so I got that coming up, and just chipping away at savings, putting some more money away so we can get married and have our wedding. And we got to work on that. We got to work on our lists and everything. But I mean, other than that, that's all I really got.
I got a thing shoved up my vagina. Let's normalize women's health.
You're just waiting. You're just waiting for it.
Yeah, I was. I was like, how can I make this powerful? I got an IUD put in, and it fucking hurt. Like I knew you go in and you know it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But like, I have a good tolerance of pain, especially down in that area, because periods are a thing. But this is something that I've been wanting to do to help with like minimize like period stuff, discomfort, pain, whatever, and then also like peace of mind for us.
Yep. No baby.
Just in case.
No baby.
We're not ready for that.
No baby.
And like
we already have a baby. He's a
and
dog.
birth control like medication is with the American insurance and healthcare industry. It's not, if you can just do regular birth control pills or whatever, you're fine. But if you're someone who needs, like, I can't have, my hormones already are imbalanced, which I'm working on getting an appointment and dealing with that. But there's a specific kind of, like, when I was doing, like, even the depot shot
I was
or
gonna
like
say you tried all that. You tried pills. You had me do the shot for you.
yeah,
which
I've done NuvaRing.
Yeah.
Like I have to do a specific version of like the depot shot specifically, which then insurance came back and said, well, why can't you just use the normal one?
Such a nightmare.
And it's like, no. And it would be whole rigmarole. So like, and also like the depot shot was good, except it was good for me because I didn't have to remember to do anything every day.
Right.
It's not good for me long term.
Right.
Health wise. It's not good for anyone long term health wise, which is something they don't tell you unless you have a good OBGYN, which I do now.
Yeah.
And so, when I was going through the options with the doctor, IUD was just like the best option because it's like you just put it in, you're good for 5 years.
Yeah.
Don't gotta worry about it unless something goes wrong.
Yeah. I don't know why more people don't do
They do.
that.
No, here's the thing. A lot of women do. But this conversation's not normalized.
Oh, okay.
So we don't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because I think it's smart and it's a safe peace of mind, and
yeah,
it might suck in the moment getting it,
yeah.
but like you know what? It's just that extra.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
I had to suffer, so I'm gonna make everyone else suffer for it.
That's fine.
But
I think it's also good to like normalize talking about this.
Yeah, well, because everyone's like, oh, women's health is so like clean and neat and chill.
I hate to break it
and
to
it's
you,
not.
everybody. We're all humans, and we all have the same body parts and pieces and everything. It's not a big deal.
No.
We should be okay with talking about this
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
So like it's already like uncomfortable because you're like laying back and your legs are up and out.
I saw it. I've
on
never
the stirrup.
I've never
Oh, you've
been
never seen-
I've seen like pictures of it and like movies and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
you've never been
but
in
I've
an
never
office.
been in one.
Yeah,
First
Chris
of
came
all,
with me.
Yeah. First of all, very clean. Very nice
Oh, yeah.
office. Second of all, you were not kidding about the stirrups.
No,
Well, I didn't think you were, but it was just like I had like one idea of it. And I
It's
was
not like a reality for you.
yeah, it's not a reality until you see it.
Mhm.
I wasn't in the room when it went down.
No.
Because I was like, you probably don't want me in here as like,
No, it also was a small room.
Yeah.
So like they already had it.
I don't think they would have even let me in there.
No,
anyway.
no,
But if
no.
you wanted me in there, I would have went with you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, and it was so funny that I think the longest part about it was just waiting around, and then when she actually went in for her appointment or her thing,
Just like
she
boom,
came
boom,
out.
done.
I think I was like almost done watching like a 10-minute video, and she was out. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah. Well, like it felt longer than it was, but it was because I was uncomfortable.
Mm.
Like you're already kind of uncomfortable, like because you're exposed
yeah.
in a way that you're not normally.
That was like me and my procedure that they
Yes.
did. It was very uncomfortable. I was like,
Yeah.
oh god.
And like they do a good job of making you feel comfortable there because it's a good doctor's office.
Right.
And she talked me through. She was like, we're gonna do this and this and this, and she's like, you're gonna feel discomfort at first, and then she's like, it's unfortunate. So she did the part where like they like clean the area, like inside they like do like a sterilizing thing inside, and then she's like, okay, now you're gonna feel pain. She's like, you're gonna feel it now, and it was her putting it in, and you like I don't know, because I did a little bit of research on this to know but like you don't know until you're doing it that like you're gonna feel it the whole way. So I felt it go all the way in, then her put it in, and then align it how she needs to align it, and then she needed to like do like more cleaning up essentially because I was bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's putting something inside that like has to
Does it just like
do a function.
dissolve over time,
No.
or do you have to get it removed or replaced?
I mean, yeah, like everything has a shelf life. So like,
Literally.
so there's two different kinds of IUDs. There's
Okay.
the one I have, Marina, and there's a copper
It looks
one.
like kind of like a cross. Like
It's like a T.
It's a T. Yeah.
It's a T, yeah.
That's more. Yeah, like a
Um,
big T, capital T.
So the one I have now is like the normal standard one that they've
Mhm.
always had, and then the copper one has like, it only has like half. It's like progestin only. It's
Okay.
it only has a certain amount of hormone in it.
Okay.
And it's made out of copper. It's just how they identify it.
But like, because how long does it last? 6 years?
So the Marina one lasts 5 years. The other one lasts, I think, like 10 years.
So when the 5 years is up, do you go in and like they swap it out?
If that's what I want to do, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But they don't just leave it in there.
No, I have
Okay.
to go and get it taken out. And then if I want to keep it in, they'll put a new one in. I don't know if there's like a
I was
time you
gonna
have to
say they
wait.
just go like, okay, swap.
I don't know. They might have like you wait, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We haven't had the
I
conversation because it's 5 years out.
5 years from now, yeah.
Um,
Set a reminder on your phone.
and then yeah, so it has hormones in it, and it also like has to like settle against your cervix a specific way, and that like also helps block the sperm coming in and going up, and then the hormones help make so that like the egg just goes out. It doesn't like stay there waiting to.
Gotta block the travelers.
Gotta block the travelers and then kick the other one out. The one my body makes, kick it out.
Block the travelers, and there's no loitering.
Yeah, it's no loitering here. So
Such a good way of putting it. I love it.
I wish I could remember the way that the one doctor that I talked to, like the way she had explained all this to me, because it was perfect. It was she did like a metaphor, but it was like perfect, and it was so funny. But like what happens, the aftermath of all this is that like for a couple days I'm feeling cramps, which is real fun because you go during your period, like towards the end, so that it's just easier to put it in.
Yeah.
So like I had a week of like PMS, and then I had my actual period, and now I have extra days of period pain without actually having the period.
The thing about this is probably going to be the well, not the last. I mean, because you still technically have your period. It's just it's significantly like the effects.
It could stop the period completely.
Okay, well, think about this.
No, I know.
This could be the last one for 5 years.
But I'm just, I'm like, it's so worth it.
That's what I would keep telling myself, like, oh man, this could be the last one that I have to deal with for 5 years. Like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll go through this.
I'm curious how it will affect, because I get migraines at the beginning of my period. And so I'm curious if I'm still going to get the migraines, but no period.
We'll see. The only way we're going to know is next month.
Yeah. Well, I think that it takes like
or this
a few months for that part to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But
You're a trooper. I was proud of
you. Uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's gonna get better. Just give it some
time. Yeah. So ideally, I don't hemorrhage, or I go back in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, you got like a follow up. Yeah.
Yeah. Next month I go.
No cross your fingers. No hemorrhages. Yeah. Please. Thank you.
It's funny. They have to be very specific, because like there are people who with anything will like panic about the side effects or like the recovery time and be like, oh, I'm still bleeding, and it's like, that's okay.
You just had abrasive things done inside your body.
Yeah, well, and she was like, if you were hemorrhaging, if there's a lot of blood just constantly coming out,
you would feel
that's a problem.
Too. Like yeah,
that too. Like if I feel pain, that's not just the cramping. It's like I'll know internally. Like I'll know. I'll be like, it's like when I know a tampon is not working great for me right now, at the moment. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom.
I don't know how that feels, but I know if something feels off and it's still feeling off and it's not going away, then you go and say something, you know?
Yeah.
So, but you would know, especially like internal bleeding and stuff, it's not fun. From what I've heard, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had it happen. So
yeah.
I just have weird neck issues and diabetes. So. And balditis, where I'm just bald.
I got head stuff.
Yeah?
I got head stuff.
Head stuff? Yeah.
And whatever's happening with the hormone back here, we'll find out. If they don't schedule my rescheduled appointment that I made 2 months in advance.
They don't do that. I gotta do that too. That's how. After I get this all done, and depending on how this goes, I think my next thing is endocrinologist, eyes, and dental.
Oh, dental.
I'll probably do eyes and dental because those will be easy and get them out of the way.
I need to do dental. That is like the one doctor that I'm afraid of.
We'll talk about it after, but yeah.
No, I know, yeah. But like dental stuff is like a thing that I get so anxious about.
Yeah.
And I'm so not motivated anyway to do it.
I don't mind. So like for anyone that doesn't know, I don't talk about it a lot, but I had like braces growing up and stuff.
I mean, braces, everyone gets braces.
Yeah, well, I know. But like I actually really liked my dentist growing up. Like I would always love going into the office. Also, my dentist was like it was like one of the higher rated ones for like kids and stuff. I also
Mhm.
had a lot of teeth problems. Um, Tooth broke in half, nerve was exposed, whole lot of stuff and everything. But my dentist growing up was great because I remember they had like a PlayStation in like the waiting room, and then after you were done, they would give you like toys and stuff after. Yeah, they were very like pampered to kids dentist. And like when people were like, "Oh, I hate my dentist," I'm like, "Why? I love my dentist. They go in, they clean my teeth. My teeth feel all nice and tingly. I get a toy." I'm like,
I'm gonna clarify. I love my dentist.
mm,
I hate my dentist. You know why?
mm.
He was my grandfather.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So, and he was old school. So, like, he didn't do Novocaine and stuff. So, like, growing up, I didn't have a great experience. I liked my orthodontics when I had to go get
Would he
braces and
not do
stuff.
Novocaine during like a root canal or something? Because that's
I
like,
never had to do a root canal, so I don't know.
okay, I would imagine he probably would do that because that's
We'd
extremely
have to ask my
painful.
mom that.
Okay, I'll ask because like if anybody
But,
doesn't know what
like,
root canal is, it's where you literally go in and you pull the nerve out
mhm.
because like the nerve is dead or dying or something's happening with the tooth. You literally are pulling the thing that makes you feel things in there out. So I don't know how he would do it without Novocaine or some sort of numbing thing because I've had a root canal.
Yeah, no, I never.
And I still felt it with the Novocaine, and it hurt like a mother. I can only imagine without the Novocaine.
I don't know. He might have, for all I know, but I never had to do that stuff
Oh.
with him. But it was just I didn't have good experiences.
No, I
I
get
just haven't
that.
had good. That's like like some people have really bad experiences just with doctors overall.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, I get it.
like I, you know,
I get it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
and I
because
need to
like
go get things done.
there's different kind of doctors and different experiences for everybody. I get it. So.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday with when we were at the pool party,
Mm.
and it was like you and a bunch of women, and your mom had said like, you know, we're talking about doctors, like women are more not believed on stuff, and it's true, we're not.
Yeah.
So we always like that's why like with the psychiatrist, where like he didn't believe, like that's normal for women to experience it. I'm old enough now, and like for me, I was like I had to go by that once that started happening. I was like, okay, I'm never seeing you again.
Yeah.
And then you know I spoke up about it to my therapist just in case like she, you know, needed more evidence for. I mean, he's apparently leaving on his own choice, but I think that would get him fired. The things that I said.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And I think someone maybe brought that up and they maybe gave him the option to leave on his own accord.
It seems like he chose to leave.
Okay, because I was going to say getting kicked out of a practice probably looks a lot worse than I left the practice.
Yeah, no, I think he chose to leave.
Oh, okay.
Like first, and then stuff started coming out or whatever.
Maybe he realized.
Or he got complaints and then was like, well, I'm fine, but then was getting mad and was like, well, I'm going to leave. And they're like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. And he was like, well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That seems more likely.
Yeah.
The guy who doesn't think that he did anything wrong.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yay.
You want to do something kind of fun?
Sure. Does it bother him?
I have my 3,000 questions about me book.
Oh, okay.
You want to answer a question?
Okay. Wait, am I answering a question about you?
So, no. So I will ask the question, you answer it. Okay. And then you can ask me a question and I'll answer it.
Okay, cool.
So pick a number 1 through 3,000.
Oh, boys. 777, because 7 is my favorite number. Is it good?
Oh, it's perfect for you.
Okay, cool.
Specifically for you.
All right, I love this. Let's go.
What is one thing in your life you can't make a decision about?
Everything.
Exactly.
Everything. I am horrible at making decisions. Well, wait, actually, no. If I had to pick one thing that I'm good at, clothes. It's rare for me to ever be like, I don't know what to wear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the question is what you can't.
Yeah, well, I'm giving you the full answer and then a little tidbit there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, everything essentially, except my clothes.
I love how that worked out.
That really worked out. That was good. All right, my turn. Pick a number.
342.
That's 600. 342.
Yeah.
Boom. Here we go. Has anyone or anything specific ever made you feel inferior? If so, what?
Oh, why are these so targeted?
These are good.
Everything. pretty much everything I do and everything I say and everyone I'm around all the time, which is why I'm in therapy.
Everybody should go to therapy.
Everyone needs therapy.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I use this for a stream.
Yeah.
But I was like,
We should do that. I also have those.
You do have those cards.
Yeah. I forget, what were they? Pod Deck, I think that's what it was called.
We could do that one day.
I bought it a while ago when we first. I mean, if you watched episode
you
1,
did it
you'll
for
know.
the other podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to have another podcast, and then that just kind of fell down.
Yeah.
That'll probably never come back unless that person hears this and is like, then we'll do it.
Haven't they before been that way? But the problem is like scheduling.
Yeah, scheduling. We have bad time sync.
We live together, and it's already a struggle.
Yeah. It's great.
Also, I'm wearing my Silly Goose University.
I love that. I love that for you. It's a good one.
I'm surprised it survived the wash.
Yeah. Now that I know I should be flipping clothes out, especially like merch stuff, I'm doing it. And I think
like I do it for this.
Things are lasting a lot longer now that I do that. So
well, your merch stuff, your branded merch. Our merch is better the quality than this. This is Shein quality. So like I can see like the edges of where it's starting to come up.
Yeah.
But I don't wear it too much right now because it's cold. I'm gonna have to get new clothes for work. I have to actually go in the office. I don't know.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Y'all.
Ah.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a good spot to put my foot around a dog who's got many limbs going places.
Oh.
He was so hyped when we started. Now he's just
out.
He's like, Mom and Dad are talking. I'm comfortable.
It's a hot day though too. It's it's not that like it's the humidity, and then the sun is just really beaten down today. So
yeah,
but we might have some heat storms later, so that's cool.
It's gonna rain tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. Wait, tomorrow's Saturday.
Tomorrow is Saturday.
Oh my God, I can't. Days are hard. But I have written down where our podcast is available.
I saw that. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
I went today and went like, okay, who do we got? Where could we be? So I'm doing the major ones because people are there. So obviously Spotify, but Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube podcast.
Is it YouTube podcast or is it just YouTube Music?
I don't know.
Any of my fellow YouTube Music people out there, you go into the YouTube Music app because you have access to that. And then there's a section on there on your account that says podcasts, and you can then manage all the ones that you subscribe to and everything. Just hit me up and let me know if you're a fellow YouTube Music person. Thanks.
Is this because I'm so pro Spotify?
No, because everybody else is pro Spotify and rubs it in my face whenever they find out that I use YouTube Music. You've done this to me, and you know who you are, people. You know who you are when you come at me. No, I didn't.
I've done it.
Well, you've jokingly said it, but then other people started, and I'm like, no. You've now made me this aggro. I've been. Let me know if you use YouTube Music. Thank you. It's a hill I'm gonna die on, and people made me.
No,
this
I know,
way.
I know.
I was not like this. I was not. I was just like, I already pay for this one thing, so why pay for another thing? And then people, all right, I'm done. That's it. Anyway, so yeah, so where are we? So we're Spotify, Amazon, YouTube Music / YouTube Podcast. Am I forgetting any? I can't.
I'm not letting you. You were doing it the whole time.
Spotify,
Apple Podcast,
Apple,
Amazon, YouTube.
Yep, that's where we're at.
Say, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube. There you go.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Thank
you for listening to That Nerdy Couple podcast. You can follow us personally, Chris X Chad, Story of My Life online. You can listen and follow us wherever you listen to this podcast on those platforms. You can also send us ideas or messages on social media or at thatnerdycouplepodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to stay
nerdy.
Look at that.
We did it.
Does the hand motions help you?
Yeah, the hand motions help a lot. I'm like an airplane. You got to direct me.
Just use the exits, both sides. Hallway.
Wait, I'm in the airplane.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I never pay attention.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.